Welcome to Target Teach Tutors, your go-to place for mastering science and clarity and confidence. In today's session, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the gastrointestinal tract and digestion, how your body breaks down food, absorbs nutrients, and keeps you energized. So get ready to visualize, understand, and remember like never before. Let's get started. Gastrointestinal tract consists of mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and ends in anus. The small intestine has three parts. They are duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. It is also contains additional organs that are involved in digestion, such as liver and gallbladder and pancreas. Gastrointestinal tract is a continuous muscular tube. Its function is solely for the digestion and absorption of food. Digestion of food is carried out by enzymes that are secreted by glands. During digestion, large food particles are broken down into smaller particles. This process known as digestion is made possible by special proteins called enzymes, which are produced and released by various glands along the gastrointestinal tract. Before we dive deeper, let's quickly define a few important terms: digestion, enzymes, and glands. Digestion. Digestion refers to the process of breaking down large food particles into smaller, more manageable pieces so the body can absorb them more easily. The foods such as starch, proteins, and fats we eat are made up of large particles that body cannot absorb directly. One of the main roles of the digestive system is to break these large food particles down into smaller ones that the body can easily absorb. In simple terms, the function of the digestive system is to transform large unabsorbable food into small absorbable particles that can enter the bloodstream. With this in mind, we can update our definition of digestion. Digestion is the process where larger unabsorbable food particles are broken down into smaller absorbable ones. This breakdown happens through chemical reactions driven by enzymes. Enzymes are proteins that are produced and secreted by glands in the body. They act as biological catalysts, speeding up the chemical reactions that convert food into forms that the body can use. Enzymes are sensitive to heat and functions best at a specific pH level. They play a critical role in controlling most of the chemical processes necessary for life. Our food is made up of carbohydrate, proteins, fats, fiber, minerals, vitamins, and water. Among these, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats require digestion before they can be absorbed by the body. On the other hand, minerals, vitamins, and water do not need digestion and are absorbed directly into the bloodstream. Fiber is not digested in humans but is broken down in some animals. Now we are going to look at the digestion of individual foods. Digestion of starch. Starch is digested in two main locations within the digestive system. First is in the mouth. Second is in the small intestine. The enzyme responsible for breaking down starch is amylase. In the mouth, saliva is secreted by three salivary glands. Saliva contains salivary amylase that begins the digestion of starch, converting it into simplest sugar such as glucose and fructose. Chewing foods that breaks food particles into smaller pieces, also called mechanical digestion, which increases the surface area for the enzymes to act on, making digestion more efficient. Saliva is slightly alkaline with a pH of around 8, which provides the alkaline medium for the activity of salivary amylase. The second stage of the starch digestion occurs in the small intestine. The pancreas contains cells that secrete amylase. Pancreatic amylase continues the process by breaking down starch into disaccharides like maltose. This occurs in the first part of the small intestine known as duodenum, just after the stomach. Subsequently, enzymes such as maltase, sucrase, and lactase located in the brush border of the small intestine, hydrolyze these disaccharides into monosaccharides like glucose, galactose, and fructose. Like salivary amylase, pancreatic amylase also functions best in the slightly alkaline environment pH 8. The next one is digestion of proteins. Protein digestion begins in the stomach and continues in the small intestine, carried out by the enzyme known as protease. Protease works under different conditions at highly acidic pH of about 2 in the stomach and at slightly alkaline pH of about 8 in small intestine. When protein-containing food reaches the stomach, protease enzyme is secreted and begins breaking down proteins. It is effective in the acidic environment pH 2 of the stomach. Additionally, the stomach physically churns the food, breaking it into smaller pieces to increase the surface area, thereby enhancing enzyme activity. As the partially digested food moves into the small intestine, specifically the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine, it mixes with digestive juices from the gallbladder bile and the pancreas pancreatic juice. Bile being alkaline neutralizes the acidic stomach contents, raising the pH to around 8. In this alkaline environment, protease enzyme from the pancreas continues the digestion of proteins. In both the stomach and small intestine, the breakdown of proteins results in the formation of polypeptides and amino acids. The last one is the digestion of fat or lipid. Fat digestion occurs partially in the stomach and it is completed in the second part of the small intestine. Churning activity of the stomach emulsifies the fat. Partial hydrolysis of fat is done by the lingual lipase enzyme. In the first part of the small intestine, that means duodenum, acidic contents from the stomach are changed into alkaline contents by the pancreatic juice containing bicarbonate. Also, bile is formed by the liver cells and stored in the gallbladder. Once a fatty food enters the duodenum, a hormone that contracts the gallbladder releases bile into duodenum. Bile emulsifies lipid further. In the second part of the small intestine, that means upper jejunum, pancreatic lipase hydrolyzes lipids further into fatty acids and glycerol. In simple, amylase breaks down starch into fructose and glucose, protease breaks down proteins into amino acids, and lipase breaks down lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. Finally, we will explore what happens to the food after it has been digested. Digested food are glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids and glycerol. They are absorbed in the lower part of the small intestine. Water, minerals, and vitamins are absorbed throughout the intestine. Unabsorbed foods are digested through anus. Thanks for watching Target Tutors. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a topic. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. We are here to help you succeed. See you in the next video. And until then, keep learning smart. Bye for now.